Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everyone, oh God, what day is it? Happy Saturday. Oh my gosh, it has been a long week, a long weekend, and it's still only Saturday. If y'all only knew everything that I've been through the last few days. But anyway, you guys, how are you guys doing? Please let me know if you can hear me okay, because I finally replaced my old microphone. And this is the first time I'm using a new one. So I definitely want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Please give me your feedback if you think it's too loud or not loud enough, or I don't even know what I'm doing over here with this microphone app. Let me see if I can hold on one second. Let me see if I can share this thing with you guys. But yes, please, on the way in, make sure you like and share the video. As y'all saw, we are on the road to 9K. So if you can please help me share the video, please, and thank you very much. And let's see if I can get this up here. Yep, I think I got it. Okay, so this is the microphone that I'm testing out today, and it sounds like it works pretty well just from me. I mean, I'm not on your end, but from my end, like when I turn it off and when I turn it on, it sounds like really clear, really loud. I can actually hear it sound like I'm like echoing through the house, kind of. I'm sitting in the living room, so it's kind of open. I don't have a big open space like a what do they call those homes where they have like just open, like it's not wide open. I got other rooms off to the side to go through the living room and dining room, but it's not like one big open floor plan space. But it does sound pretty clear to me. You said it sounds loud and clear? Okay, so not too loud. I just don't want it to be too loud because oh my God. Oh my God. Some of these microphones that people be using, I'll be like, dang, where they get that microphone? But then again, I'll be like, nah, I don't think I need that unless I'm plan on be screaming and yelling at somebody on here. And I don't plan on doing that. But yeah, so the microphone that I got is something that recently came out. So it's fairly new out there on the market. And I just happen to be Googling, looking around for different microphones to use to replace my old one. And so this one right here, let's see, can I make this big? I don't think I can make this bigger, but it has like this microphone gain. I'm still trying to figure out how to use all this. I don't have headphones. I'm just using, my laptop. So I don't have headphones on. It has like noise cancellation, which is also something that we already have in StreamYard. Monitor output. I don't know what none of this stuff is. Scenes. I know it has lights. Like the microphone, when I come live, I think Monday, I gotta check with Riggs because Riggs is out of town. Y'all know he did a little road trip for us, playing some beats, playing some tunes and stuff on his way to Nevada. So, he's out of town with his son right now. But I'll check with him to see when we're gonna reschedule our Sunday night live. Instead of doing it tomorrow night, we're gonna have to reschedule it. So if we do it Monday or Tuesday or whenever, I'll be live. Of course, I'm always on camera when I'm with Riggs every weekend. So then I can like let you really see the microphone, different colors it lights up and different things like that. But as you can see here, it has like RGB lighting, but it's kind of cool. So far, it's kind of cool. I kind of like it so far. I just wanted to, test it out on you guys before I actually went live and started doing commentary and, started going live again with Riggs because I don't think I did any commentary for what, 2 days now? 2 days now, even though I keep hearing my name out there in the streets. I'm like, what I done did now? I'm over here chilling. I'm over here chilling with my family, with my kids. As a matter of fact, just like an hour and a half ago, I just got home from the ER because my oldest son, I had to take him to the emergency room because he wasn't feeling well. So I had to pick him up and take him to the emergency room because he was like, Mom, I want you to go to the ER with me. I was like, okay. And he said, I'm about to come pick you up. I said, no, you're not. And you're sick and you don't feel good and you want to pick me up. I'm like, just sit right there. I'll come pick you up. And I took him to the ER. And so, we just got home like an hour and a half ago. So I dropped him back off at home after he got his medicine. And then, came back here and started playing around with this microphone. But yeah, it's been a lot going on this weekend. But as far as on the YouTube streets, I really don't know what's been going on out there. I know that somebody had hit me up and they said that Clydiva heard or saw, or I don't know how it got to her or whatever, that after some of us saw her, that explicit video over there on IG of her, down there doing what she was doing to herself. I was doing my commentary and I was being like kind of comedic with it. At least I would have thought that people would have thought I was, but maybe it came across as I wasn't, like I was being serious. I don't know how it came across that way. But anyway, I was teasing, I was laughing, I was joking. I was like, oh my God, I was up all night. Oh, I couldn't sleep. I was restless, tossing, turning, whoop, 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 after I saw that video of Clydiva messing with herself on IG. It was a joke. It was just for a kiki. No, I didn't stay up all night. No, I wasn't thinking about some other woman's puss. No, I wasn't staying up all night and tossing and turning over somebody, playing with themselves. It was a joke. It was a kiki. I was giving commentary. I'm like, oh my God. And so then after somebody hit me up with that, then a few days later, somebody hit me up again, said she was over on somebody else's panel saying the same thing. And I'm like, could somebody please get it to this lady that it was a joke? I was just being funny. Basically, I was saying, the matter of fact, the title of the video was, I could have went the rest of my life without seeing that. So when I went live and started discussing what we were seeing, how we was all, into VS and, watching her do her live, do her one, two, thugging it out on her channel. And then she said, we taking a road trip to IG. And so people who've been following VS for years, we know when we go to IG, it's usually like some tea about to drop over there, right? And that was the tea, and I didn't know that was the tea, and so I'm just up there like watching, and I'm like, oh my God, and I'm just staring at the computer, and I'm eating my popcorn and sipping on my yak, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I was like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. So when I was talking about, I was like, oh my God, I could have went all my life without seeing this. I'm like, I was up all night tossing and turning, blaming it on VS. I was like, this is all her fault. I couldn't sleep. It was a joke. Oh my God. Where is the humor? Is the humor lost in the B sector? Like, do we argue and fight and dox and, snatch channels so much that we lost, humor? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I wasn't really up all night. I wasn't like, having nightmares. I wasn't like, none of that shit. None of that shit. I slept very well. I slept like a baby. Shit. after I watched that shit, I think I ended up binge watching one of my favorite shows. Maybe still watched a little YouTube to find out what was going on. Maybe I don't remember. Sipped on my little yak and fell asleep. And woke up the next morning, and of course, it was a key. So the next morning, or the next afternoon, everybody was doing lives about it and discussing it, and that was just part of my show. Just you know, trying to be humorous or funny or whatever. But Lady V, you said smart boy, we should always have a support person with us at the hospital if we can help it. Yes, absolutely. And welcome, Lady V. Thank you so much for dropping down in the chat, being the first one. Thank you for letting me know I'm loud and clear. I appreciate that from you. But yeah, my son, he said he was feeling a little better after he left the hospital. They did get him some medicine. But y'all, when I say, I don't know if y'all saw the community wall post, it's like everything around me is breaking down in this mud. Like, seriously. So I had posted a community wall post the other day of my laptop. Now, my laptop, I've been nigger rigging it for like, a little bit, right? I've been nigger rigging it. And you know how some people, we got, hey, we might have a little money in the bank, but sometimes we wait till payday, bills paid, mortgage due, woo, woo, woo. So I was like, I get my laptop when I get paid. So I got me another laptop, and I showed y'all a picture of the old one. And so the old one, like where you bend the laptop down, like that bend part, that fold, it like cracked. And so, I mean, I was literally carrying this thing around like a precious newborn baby, trying to keep it held together piece by piece while I was going live with you guys. You guys had no idea that this fucker was broke. My microphone had broke. My laptop had broke. Child, I just been having issues over here, right? So I went and purchased me a new laptop. Accidentally purchased a laptop with 4 gigabytes. Hey, what's up, Noble? How you doing, love? Thank you. It sounds good. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Hey. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I went and bought a new laptop, an HP. I love HP. And my problem, like I said in my community wall post, is I'm clumsy. I drop my laptops all the time. I'll be carrying that bitch around the house and boom, bam. I'll be walking past the table, sitting on the table, boom, bam. I remember one time I was in my damn garage and I had my laptop in my laptop carrier case, and I forgot to zip it. And so when I threw the carrier case over my arms, the laptop flew out and smashed on the concrete floor in the basement garage. I mean, so I'm really hard on laptops. So I get a new one like every few years. I don't know why. Somebody's getting rich off of me. Okay. But so I bought a new laptop, got it home. I mean, I set it all up and everything. Set it all up. Y'all saw me post it yesterday. That laptop that I posted yesterday next to the broken one, I bought that yesterday. Came home, set it all up, made sure all my shit transferred from the old computer before it totally goes dead forever. And was working everything out, all my apps, signed in to all my Facebooks, IGs, all my different YouTube channels, the shit you do when you get a new laptop. And so it kept moving really, really slow. And I was like, why is this? I mean, I'm sitting there, every single thing I do, that thing just a spinning and spinning. I mean, it was like 2-3 steps behind when I'm typing. And I'm like, why is it so fucking slow? This is a new computer. I mean, I was so mad. I was about to throw the damn thing at the wall. It took me till this morning to realize, because I started checking everything. Started checking what was installed, make sure everything was up to date, even though it's a brand new computer. And then I realized this bitch is only 4 gigabytes. I was like, oh, wow. Because I usually get 8, right? I usually get 8. So that's what the problem was. So I literally had to pack that one back up, put it back in the box. I had to go buy me another one. Same computer, but it had more gigabytes and more, what is that called? Megahertz, gigabytes, all that kind of shit. So, megabytes, gigabytes, just whatever. It had whatever. More. And so I tuned that up. And while I was sitting in the emergency room in the ER, while my son was in the back, because he was like, you can come back here with me if you want. Nope. No, 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 no. Unless you dying or something, I'm not coming back to the back because the last time I went to the ER with one of my sons, it was my youngest one, my baby Cam, and they start asking like real personal questions. And the lady was looking at him and looking at me, and she started whispering. I was like, "What y'all whispering about?" Me not even knowing better. And the lady was like, "Your mom doesn't have to be in here. You know, you're grown now." And he was like, "Nah, she cool." And she was like, "Well, when was the last time you?" She started asking all these sexual questions. I said, hey, "Okay, I'm out of here. Call me when you need me. You know, I don't need to know all that stuff. You know, I don't." And see, it used to upset me before when they were like, um, of age, like 18, because you can have your children on your insurance till you like 26, 27 ish. Yeah, 27. I think they age out. So he was 18 and in college, and he was really sick. This the baby, you know, Cam. And he was in college, and he was real sick, and I had to take him to the emergency room. And I'm sitting in there, you know, on my little laptop, or I take my laptop everywhere. I was either on that or my cell phone, and the lady was over there asking him questions. And the lady was like, "If you would like your mother to leave, you know, I can have her leave out the room." I'm like, "Leave for what? This my son. I'm not thinking 18 and grown. I'm not thinking that, right? I'm thinking this is my son. He's on my insurance. How you gonna tell me I gotta leave the room? It ain't like he about to get butt ass naked or something like that. You know, he ain't got to do nothing to take his clothes off. They don't need to do none of that." And so she was like, "Well, man, we got to ask him personal questions, and he might not want you to be." That was the first time I've been told that, you know. And I was like, "Oh, okay, so." All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. So when my oldest son today told me that, you know, he said I could go back to the ER with him if I want, I said no. I'm gonna sit right out here in the lobby. I'm gonna sit right out here in the lobby. I brought my newest laptop because you know the new one that I bought didn't have enough gigabytes, so I had to buy another one. And I still got to take the other one back, but I'll probably take that back tomorrow because I just had too much shit going on today. And so I got the new laptop. I'm in the ER in the waiting room, and I start, you know, playing around with it, setting everything up, transferring everything, and it just works just beautifully, gracefully, swiftly, fast, all that shit. What I'm used to. But yeah, I'm like, I couldn't believe that I wanted a new laptop so bad that when I bought the first new one, I didn't even look at how much RAM was on there. I just saw that it looked familiar to the one I already had, and the price was good. And I see why the price was good. The price was real good, yo. The price was real good because it only had 4 gigs of RAM. I'm thinking I got a good ass deal and shit for that HP. I'm like, oh wow. And then so when I went back to buy the HP that I actually needed, oh my god, the price was so much higher. I was like, oh wow. I said, fuck it. This part of investing and putting back into yourself, putting back into your business, right? Right. So yeah, I have to go out and I have to okay. But then I find out, guess what? I found out something else. So my insurance lady, I guess, had hit me up maybe like a week and a half ago. And see, y'all probably don't remember, but I had to get my roof done because we had all the bad weather and hail and storms and stuff. It was like, I can't remember, last April or something like that. And so I got my roof done like last fall, you know, before winter. And so after I got, and my deductible is like 15, I think it's like 1,500. Yeah, so I had to pay 1,500, and then the roof came up to about it was almost 20,000. It was like 20,000. So I paid the little 15. You know, got the roof done. And the lady, my insurance lady, she hit me up like a week and a half ago. And what up, Jay Biz on with it? How you doing? You said swinging by to say hey, hey now, hey. But she hit me up like a week and a half ago, and she was asking me for the receipts or something, or the final receipts or cost of the roof. And I didn't see her email. Mind you, I got my roof done last fall. It's about to be, it is spring. So that was quite some time ago. And so I'm not even checking my email anyway. And so I guess she called me No. She didn't call me. So I finally checked my email. And the only reason, y'all, check this out. The only reason why I checked the email is because I had got a new laptop. And I was trying to sync and merge everything and sign in to everything. And I saw that email pop up as unread. And when I read the email, it said, we're going to send you a refund because we were able to get in contact with the roofers since you didn't respond to the email. So you're going to get a check for such and such amount in about 3 or 4 days. I'm like, really? Mind you, when I saw the mail, I saw my insurance thing in there. I'm just thinking it's a regular bill, and I always pay online, so I didn't even open it. It was a whole check in there, a refund. And not only that, I called her and I said, just to verify this my check, I can spend this. I didn't know I was getting money back. And so she said, yeah, matter of fact, you're also going to get money back because when you get your new roof, it also decreases the amount of your homeowner's insurance. I was like, say what? So she said, you're not only going to get a refund for that, but you're also get another refund check in about 7 to 10 business days for, getting a new roof, which decreases the amount of your yearly cost of your homeowner's insurance. I was like, you know what? God is good. God is good. That done replaced the microphone. That done replaced the new laptops tops that I bought, even though one of them got to go back to the store. But I'm like, wow, God is good. God is good. Just unexpected. Just something unexpected that happened out the blue. I didn't expect it. I didn't know I was getting a refund. Shit, when I paid that $1,500 to get my roof fixed, I was like, shit, this motherfucker better last forever. At least till I pay the goddamn house off. But y'all know how roofs are in the Midwest. They don't really have a very long lifespan with the hail and tornadoes and winds and snow and stuff like that. But it's at least for like 15 years. That's what they like guarantee, like 15 years. And that's pretty good because when I moved here, the roof was about 10. It was about 10 when I moved here. So, and I've been here like 5 years. So it's about, whoever did the roof last time, it lasted about 15. But it would have lasted longer had we not have all those damn hailstorms back to back. That was last year. But anyway, blessings upon blessings as far as that goes. And I was like, that just made my day because like I said, it's been crazy around here with things breaking down. One of them I haven't even mentioned to you guys yet, and that was the damn garage door. I had to call somebody today to find out how much it costs to get a new garage door. I don't even know how much that gonna cost because they close on the weekends unless you already got service through them. Then it's like a 24-hour answering service, and then of course it's a additional fee if you need service on the weekend. But on the way to picking up my son to take him to the emergency room, the damn garage door, the panel inside the garage, it opened, it was working, but for some reason my light, the green light, was blinking. But I didn't pay no attention to it. I'm like, I got to go to the emergency room, get my baby, get my son. And so the garage door opened and I pulled out. And so I pushed a little button inside my car, my visor to shut the garage, and it wouldn't shut. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Pushing. So I drove back inside the garage and I'm pushing the button again on my visor. Pushing. It's still not working. So I'm like, fuck. So I get out the car, walk over to the panel on the wall inside the garage, and I push it, and the garage shuts. And I push it again, and the garage opens. So I'm just playing with it, open, shut. I said, it works. What's going on? So I get back in the car, I pull out again, and I try to do it on my visor, the little, key fob or the fob, and it still wouldn't shut or do nothing. So I'm like, damn it. And I called my son. I said, I think you might have to come pick me up to take you to the doctor, even though you're the one that's not feeling good. And he was like, okay, I'm on my way. I said, no. Let me just keep playing around with this thing. So I keep playing around with it. I go back to the keypad and I hold something. I don't know what other button it was. I couldn't even tell because the writing was so small and the panel is old. Probably been here since they built the damn house. And so I just pushed it, and then I went and jumped back in my car and pushed the fob, and it went down and it went up. I said, you know what? I'm going to get my hell out of this damn garage. I said, I don't know if it's going to work when I get back, but I called the company and told them to call me Monday just to make sure it's not human error. Because if it's human error, I sure don't want to order a brand new garage. But it was working, and when I came back home, it was working again. But my son got the nerve to tell me, "Ma, don't you lock the basement door to get into the house?" I said, "Yeah." Well, just leave the garage door open. Now, Nick, you know I live in the hood. I am not about to leave my garage door open and leave the house. I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone because I got other errands to run after I take you to the emergency room. Then ain't no telling how long we gonna be in the emergency room. I don't stay in no bougie neighborhood where you can probably leave all your doors open and all your windows open and all your doors unlocked and all that shit. I was like, nah. I said, if that's the case, I'll put that bitch back in there, shut it manually on the inside or whatever I gotta do, and you come pick me up. But anyway, it's working now. It worked when I came home. So I don't know if that's going to be another repair fee or not. I'll wait till Monday, had them call me back. But it's crazy because the outer pad on the outside of the garage is really old. And I've been meaning to replace that. So maybe it's just meant to be. You know, sometimes shit just happens for a reason. And even when it feels like everything is fucking up, or everything is breaking down, or you're being tested in all type of ways, whether it's life, health, financially, mentally, whatever, sometimes things just happen for a reason. So maybe it's just some things that I just need to start upgrading, like with my computer, my microphone. The other day I bought a new computer desk and a new computer chair. Just different things that I've been doing. And I'm like, sometimes you just need to upgrade. You need to change things that's going on in your life, whether it's personal, financial, mental, spiritual, friends, relationship, different things like that. It always comes a time where it's going to seem like we're going to be tested. And it's like, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit and complain and mope around? Or are we going to put on our big girl panties, our big boy boxers, whatever, and do something about it? So, I could complain and complain and complain, but I'm not really a complainer anyway. And I try to raise my sons the same way. When they were younger, oh my God, they would like have an issue or something. Even if it was a car issue, like, their first few cars I purchased for them. Even if their car broke down or something happened, something went wrong. Mom, the car, it won't start, I'm stranded, whatever. I got in a car wreck, they hit me, whatever. I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. I got a car, your brother got a car, your daddy got a car. You gonna get around till we get you a car, get you a rental. Just different type of things. I just try to keep them calm and keep them at peace. Because one thing I always told my sons when they were younger, this is the best it's ever gonna get. This is the best. Have you ever told your children this? When your children were coming up, if y'all still got young children and they complain about some things that seem so minute to us because we're grown and we didn't live life. We're either double their age or more, and we didn't live life. And we done been through all type of different type of ups and downs, experiences, relationships. We fall down, but we get up. Okay, we done been through all type of shit. So when I hear my kids complain when they were coming up, I'm like, this is the best it's ever gonna get. Once you leave this house and you move out on your own and you have your own family, the things that you think are struggles now in school and high school, they're so minute. And they really like see that now when they look back and be like, oh wow, I'm glad you taught us to not, get so upset over certain things, because it's always a way around it. If you can't get through it, it's always a way around it. Even if you have to have a little setback, or you got to, save up, or you got to wait till your next paycheck to do something or get something, it's not the end of the damn world. So I really try to teach my kids that it's not the end of the damn world. It could always be worse. Y'all watch me work 2-3 jobs, going to college, all that kind of shit, paying all the bills, raising y'all, putting y'all through sports, putting y'all through school, sending you off to college, buying y'all vehicles. If I can do all that, there ain't nothing y'all can't do. Especially as men. Especially as men. Because the way I was raised, it should be nan man out there who's able bodied, young and strapping, as my grandmother would say, that ain't got no job or no hustle. Now you might not have a job because you maybe got laid off. I've been laid off quite a few times over my life, especially during the housing crisis when the housing market crashed back in like '07, '08 when I was in real estate. I was getting laid off every fucking job I went to because that was the market that I worked in. And so I understand if you get laid off, you get fired. And that's why you have to have a hustle, which is something I always taught my kids to have a hustle. Whatever it is that you like to do, whether it's, I know friends, homegirls, cousins, they know how to do nails, they know how to do hair, they know how to do this, that, and the third. Babysitting, daycare. I mean, I got a friend, a homegirl, who got a business cleaning people houses. I mean, there's so many different things that you could do. I got a homegirl, not a homegirl, but I got two cousins who customize Air Force One sneakers. I mean, I, among with several other people that I know in my family and outside my family, we design t-shirts. I mean, there's so many different things. I'm a cake decorator. There's so many different type of things that you can do out there. When I was raised, men had all kind of hustles, whether it was towing people's furniture, moving people from one house to another house, fixing somebody a car, doing basic maintenance like changing tires, oil change, tune-ups, cutting people grass, shoveling people snow. It ain't like that no more. It really isn't like that anymore, where everybody had like a hustle. Like, if a lot of us wouldn't even be here now if our parents didn't have a hustle mentality. Now, some of y'all might have been born with a silver spoon in your mouth, but most of us were not. Most of us were not. We were lucky to have one of those raggedy ass spoons from the dollar store, and not eating on some plastic spoons most of the time. But a lot of people were not fortunate to be born with a silver spoon in their mouth, or people who inherited money, from their ancestors or grandparents or parents or whatever, that they lived on, that legacy, things like that. And our parents had to hustle, scratching and surviving, like Olivia the Oracle be saying a lot of times, to get by. That's the upbringing I had. So when I was raising my kids, I definitely took that same mentality from my parents and hustled while I was raising my kids. And even though they have fathers, still do, and their fathers was participating in their life and paying child support and extra, doing extra things too. Shit, I was the main primary parent of the household. So I had to make sure that we never went without. That we never, anytime I ever asked for something, like not asked for something, let me take that back. Anytime I ever applied for something, let me get a sip of water. Whether that was a house, an apartment, credit, furniture. Anytime I ever applied for anything when my children were younger, and they would say on the application, "Do you have any other additional income?" And I could be getting child support, like hundreds a month, and I would still not write it down because I'm like, I don't want to use that as my income when I'm, going to purchase things or trying to apply to get things on credit, because I don't want to be dependent on that. And I don't want something to come up and I don't get some child support payments, and then I gotta be like, well, I can't, yeah. So yeah, I never been used that on any applications, when I was when my children were growing up, when I used to get child support for them. I never ever did that on any application. So these loud ass motorcycles always come by when I'm live. But anyway, so yeah, I never used that as the additional income or anything like that when they would ask you that on applications. So, I hustled, I worked, sometimes 2, 3 jobs, sometimes, slanging cakes on the side or different things like that. And that's when, I also decided, I'm pretty good at what I do with this cake decorating shit. Let me try to, make this a little business. And I got my little license. Got my little license, and I started, instead of just slanging cakes, I still call it slanging. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna hold you. I still say I be out here slanging cakes. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, you got to have a hustle. You got to have something to do because you never know what the economy is going to do. You never know what your job is going to do. You never know what your landlord, for those of y'all who might be renting, you never know what your landlord is going to do. We went live a few nights ago, Melissa King Econ and I. Her platform is all about, helping people with like their tax write-offs, with home-based businesses, things like that. So we were over here talking about, purchasing homes as single women with or without kids. And, it can be done. It's quite possible. Some people think it can't be done, or they think they're not ready, or they don't want all the responsibilities. And so we were talking about the good sides, the positive, the negative aspects of buying a home or buying a condo or buying a townhome, different things like that. So if you missed that live and you're looking into purchasing homes or whatever, or thinking about it, you can check that live out that we did a few days ago. Maybe get a little info, from us. But I'm no expert on buying homes, obviously, but otherwise I would be a whole landlord myself. But yeah, I mean, you have to, I truly believe that you have to hustles out here. Today, and you guys, please make sure you are liking and sharing the video on the way in, please and thank you. I'm trying to do an hour today. I don't really have any content. I haven't really been watching anything in the B sector and or in trending news or anything like that. I'm just on here checking out my new microphone. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. That's all I'm doing today. So I'm just chit chatting and shooting the shit right now. But anyway, please like and share the video on your way in, please, and thank you very much. Now, what was I saying? Oh, okay. So while I was at the emergency room today, waiting on my son to come back from being seen or being cared for in the ER, one of my friends called me and they said they need to book me for their grandson's birthday. So I'm thinking this, and this is where I'm talking about hustles, okay? So I'm like, okay, what kind of cake you need? What size? Sheet cake, tier cake. Do you want fondant? What type of flavors? What? And she's like, oh no. Her mom already got the cake. Her grandson's mom already got that taken care of. She said, I need you to do all the party favors. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, can you do like custom treat bags, custom water bottles, custom this, custom that, custom, And I was like, yes. And I started sending her pictures of my work. And it just so happens that the theme for her grandson is cars. Pixar car, whatever you call that thing. What's the name of that damn car? Lightning McQueen? You know what I'm talking about, the cartoon. And so it just so happens that the examples that I use, one of them is the cars theme. So they was like, oh, that's so cute. That's what we want. That's what we want. We need 20 of each for 20 kids. No, one for each. You know what I mean? It's 20 kids, and they need one of the things that I'm making for each kid. So, that's a hustle in itself. There's so many ways out here to make money, y'all. Like, if there's anything that you get excited about, or like, let's say certain videos, you always watching certain videos because you like the way somebody do something, whether it's hair, whether it's makeup, whether it's baking cakes, whether it's custom t-shirts, because I do custom t-shirts too. Like, there's so many things out there. If you find any type of interest in it and it's pulling on you to try to learn and try to research more about it, do it. You never know. It's so many people who find something and they start doing it and start working on it and start trying to perfect their craft. And some of them still end up doing it for a hobby or just doing it for family or friends or anything like that. But the key is while you're doing that, you might as well put it out there and let it be known. And even if you don't advertise, just let your friends or family know. Let them try certain things out, because I'm telling you, when I was getting laid off child, when I was getting laid off back to back when the real estate market crashed, because I was in real estate, career. So while all these real estate companies were closing down. I mean, one of the offices I worked for, we didn't have a whole bunch of employees to begin with, but I was there like 9 years. And I think we had probably 75 or 80 employees at the most. And we had three locations in our city. So where I worked, it was like the most people. And then we had other locations. It got all the way down to like the owner, her husband, and maybe three people. That's how bad it got. That was one company I worked for. They had to let everybody go. Everybody. So I was getting laid off back to back to back. If it wasn't for hustles that I was doing on the side, things that I had taught myself how to do, child, I don't know what, trying to make it off a welfare check or some food stamps or something like that ain't hitting. It ain't hitting. It ain't hitting. So, till you get that next job or till you land that next, till you land that next job or that next career. Hey, Rule Shaker, how you doing, love? Good to see you, boo. But until you land that next job or to get that good interview that's going to get your foot into the next door, sometimes you got to have something, some type of hustle, some type of grind to get you by. Because even the unemployment checks, sometimes you got to wait how long for them bad boys to kick in? Like 3-4 weeks sometimes. Child, I'm telling you. But hey, how you doing, Room Saker? I saw you were live this morning. Was it this morning or was it late last night? I can't remember because I've been like over here working on some things and messing around with these new computers and stuff that I had bought and different things going on around here. And so I had saw you live. I think I saw you live several times. But yeah, I think it was last night or this morning. I can't remember. But anyway, good show as usual. But what is going on? You said, child, I started a bootleg after school bake. There you go. That's what I'm talking about, sweet one. That's what I'm talking about. When the bank, see, you remember. It was 2007, 2008. That's when the crash was. I know for a fact because I was working in real estate. So when that shit happened, it was devastating. I remember looking on TV at people in these like not it was people here too. Trust me, it was people here too in the Midwest doing bad. Okay? But I remember looking on TV at all these people with these really, really, really expensive, beautiful homes. And they were just walking away from these big, beautiful homes. And they were just walking away. Furniture outside. They was getting put out by the sheriffs. And I remember it was so devastating. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. All those people, and a lot of them have been hoodwinked and bamboozled by the banks. Yeah, the banks did end up getting sued, years later. But at that time, people was losing their houses because of their mortgages. Child, it was a lot. Oh, sweet one, you said you was in banking? It was a lot. And I know a lot of other people who around that time, they started to invest in themselves and they started going into business for themselves. I know a lot of chefs here, even people with like food trucks. They started like catering. They started investing, buying food trucks and things like that. And in the summertime, when it's like summer, spring, fall, and they having all these different fests and different venues around the city, and you got a food truck and a food truck license, man, you know how much money them people be raking in? My one friend that I know, her daughter she does Italian ice. She does Italian ice cream, things like that. She started off doing it from home. Then she ended up getting like a food truck. Then she ended up getting like a brick and mortar, like an establishment, a building. But it was like a slow process, but it was so worth it. She is so well known around in our city now. She has been places with the mayor. She has been recognized in so many areas around our city, and she is so very young. This is my friend's daughter. So a lot of people are looking to invest in their own selves and having their own business because the economy, again, you never know what it's going to do. You never know when you got your own shit. It's usually nobody you can pretty much blame but yourself, right? If things don't go right, you can't put the blame on this person. You can't put the blame on that person. But the thing is, you got to make sure it's something that you really, really want to do. Because once you get out there, you don't want it to be like, oh, this is just, oh my god, ugh, I can't stand. Oh, it has to be something you really, even if you're a barber, if you're a hairdresser, if you're a nail technician, if you're a mechanic, you got to be really, really something you want to do if you're going to get out there and call it your own. It's one thing to work for another person, but to have your own business, you can't go in there half-ended. You can't be like, oh well, yeah, I like doing. I guess I can do a little bit of hair, see if I can make some money doing this. No, you got to make this like a life commitment. You got to make it like a life commitment because you're going to be investing yourself, your time. You're going to be taken away from your family, your children, because it takes a lot to invest in your own business. Not just money, but a lot of time and sacrifice. So, if that's something you want to do, do it or either just part time, even part time. Like some people ask me all the time, why don't you get you a brick and mortar for your cake business? Because I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want that to be my full time only thing because that's what would happen. It would be my full time only thing. That's not what I like to do only. I have so many other things that I like to do, including the custom t shirts and all the other stuff that I do, to make money. And then my regular job. Even the YouTubing, that's like a part time job too. I don't get thousands and thousands every month like a lot of people. A couple of hundred, a couple of hundred here, 100 there, maybe. It ain't nothing to brag home to mama about, but it's something. You know what I'm saying? What up? Well, the thing is, how you doing, boo? You said I wish I knew how to do hair. You were up, man. I can't do hair to save my life, sweet one, and I've tried over the years. I can bump, I can flat iron, and I can definitely curl the hair out of a short cut, like a Tony Braxton cut. Because I used to have short cuts a lot when I was younger. I had long, 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 long hairstyles too. And then with all the French rolls and all the pin curls and all the stuff we used to do back in the day. I know y'all remember the basket weaves, the French waves. I know y'all remember all that stuff. Okay. But my favorite was a French roll with the pin curls at the top, and then the droopy, like one droopy bang that flipped up, and then like a pin curl, a long twisty curl going down by your ear. Oh my god, that was my favorite style. And then the pin curls going down the back of the French roll. Child, a finger wet. You know what? Tay baby. The only time frame when you can have 4-5 different hairstyles on one head was in the 90s. Okay. It was in the 90s. Man, we would have a French roll. We would have a basket weave. We would have some pineapple. Oh, remember the pineapple waves? Do y'all remember the pineapple waves? Uh, uh. Boy, pineapple waves. We would have all that in our head at the same time. Okay? And we be looking bad than a motherfucker. You couldn't tell us shit. You couldn't tell me shit. I knew I was fly. Shit. Oh my god. Oh, nasty piece of finger wave. Child, them ladies who know how to do hair like that and that still do hair like that, man, money, 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 money. Money, the sew-ins, all cotton, quick weaves. I mean, it's so many different ways to make money as a hairdresser. Not only that, but the hair cuts. If you can cut hair, cut a bad ass hairstyle and also handle long hairstyles too, you in there. You in like Flynn. You in like Flynn. Shit, one motherfucking customer might be 150. You might spend a couple hours on their head, but you got like 3, 4 heads also lined up at the same time, and you bouncing head to head to head. So in 4 hours, you might make $1,000. A whole shift, that might be $2,000. If you work real long shifts, like 7 to 7, like 12 or some hours, you might make $3, $4,000 in one day. In one day. Shit. Mm-mm-mm. And don't let people just come in and say, I just want to wash and set. I just want to wash and set. That's still money right there. Yeah, the finger waves scrunch. Oh, yeah, Tay-Bay. When they would do the finger waves flat, or they would do the finger waves and they take that pick with the skinny teeth and they would pick it out. First of all, that shit hurt, though. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit kind of hurt, though. Because the finger waves is already hard as fuck. When you're sitting under that dryer for about an hour or so, the finger waves is hard as fuck. Then they go in with that cake comb or whatever that comb is, and they lift it up and make it scrunchy and make it sit high up on top of your head. That shit still be hard as hell, but it kind of hurt with they snatching it off your scalp. I ain't gonna lie. I had all that shit, but I can't do hair to save my life. You say hair just isn't my ministry, but I prayed on it. Prayed on a star that the no. Let me tell you, sweet one. I know some of y'all have heard this story when I say my oldest son used to have long hair when he was a baby, and for the life of me, I would try to French braid. I would try. People would try to teach me. I just couldn't get it. It just didn't look. It just wasn't right. So I would have friends do it. And if I couldn't find friends do it, I'd have to literally take him to a salon and get his hair braided. I remember one time when I stayed in the projects when my baby was about, I don't know, 1. And I was trying to braid my dude's hair. When I say he was up there with his homeboys, they up there drinking and smoking or whatever. They playing their video games. And I'm on his head. When I tell you I was on his head for like 4 or 5 hours till I gave up. And he's just sitting there. He ain't saying nothing. He like, you all right back there? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just practicing. Hour go by. You almost done yet? No, I gotta take it back down because I didn't like the way it looked. I mean, I was at that head forever and ever and ever. After that, I said, nope, it's just not going to happen. If I can't French braid, I definitely can't do hair. Because hair 101 is French braiding. Underhand, overhand, all that shit, right? If you can't French braid, you don't need no hairdresser license at all. But yeah, I couldn't even French braid. That's sad, boy. And to this day, I still can't. I can braid a mean ass ponytail. And I can flat iron the hair. I can flat iron the hell out of some hair. I used to have a mean boy. When my hair was real long, my hair had got really long when I was pregnant with my first son. And I think it was because, I don't know, my hormones was just in overdrive. And that's also where I gained a lot of my weight. I was about 165 before I had my oldest son. When I got pregnant with him, I swear on the Bible, right hand of God, I got up to like 245. The doctor was like, you need to be on bed rest. Like 2 months before I delivered my baby, I had to be on bed rest because I was swole. I'm talking hands, arms, wrists, face, my feet. I couldn't even walk. I remember before my doctor put me on bed rest, I was at my job, and I had a lot of friends at my job that I went to high school with, friends at work too. And so when it got to the point where I couldn't walk, I couldn't even fit in my shoes. I couldn't even fit in no house shoes. I mean, my feet was so swollen from being pregnant. And so my friends at work, my coworkers, they would always like run and get me something to drink or something water or, something to eat for lunch and stuff. Because I couldn't even, it hurted so bad. So my doctor put me on bed rest. But during that time period, not only was I gaining a whole bunch of weight, but man, my skin was clear as I don't know how what. What man, my hair was all the way down my back. My hair was all the way down my back. And y'all, back in the gap when we used to get those French rolls, ladies, when we used to get those French rolls and some people didn't have enough French for the roll and they had to take some fake hair weave and stuff it up in the French roll to make it really big. I didn't have to do that. My hair was so long and thick. You would think people used to think I had fake hair stuffed inside my French roll. Like, nah. A side two, Tay Bay. A side two. And I was like, nah, that's all my hair. That's all my hair. What up, Peter Pedal Killer? How you doing? Good afternoon. Well, good evening now, depending on where you are. But yes, I miss those hairstyles. But I think they coming back. Or the sponge. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think some of those are coming back. I happened to see a video on Facebook a few days ago, and somebody was in a salon, and somebody said, "Remember the throwbacks, French rolls and stuff?" It was a person who was in a salon. This was recent, like a recent video, not a throwback video, but a recent video, and they was getting the finger waves, and they was getting all that shit, and I was like, "Damn, what if I just bust out with a French roll one day on YouTube?" What if I just came live one day on here and cammed up and had a big ass French roll in my head and some finger waves and shit? Let's just take this back to 99 and 2000s, okay? That's what I ought to do for y'all. That's what I ought to do. But yeah, my hour is almost up. You said you do the roll, I'll do the waves. Man, we gonna rock that shit. Tay Bay. You know, I came on here today with nothing to talk about specifically. I really, like the title said, I'm just testing out this new microphone. I just wanted y'all to hear the new mic, see if it's okay on y'all end. If y'all think I need to do anything different to the sound or anything, because again, I just got it. So I really don't know everything about this microphone. I'm just trying to figure it all out. I have this where is it? Hold on. Okay, let me put it back up here. I thought I had it still up here. But again, it sounds crystal clear. Thank you, the panel. It don't sound like I just too loud though. Do it, P, because I was gonna hit up one of my guy friends who got all that sound stuff things going on, because again, I don't really know about the I'm gonna show you, P. This is what I'm working with. Hold on, let me bring it on the screen. I showed it earlier, by the way. Okay, this is what I'm working with. Now, this is a new launch from this company. It's a new launch from this company. You said the signal is a little hot. Okay, what does that mean, P? You gotta explain. What does that mean? What I need to do different if the signal is a little hot? Because, like I said, I really don't know how to work this thing yet. I'm just playing around with it. But as you can see, this is the app. Let me see if I can I make this bigger? Let's see. Okay. Okay, it's a little loud, so turn it down. Okay, okay. All right. Would that be this right here? Oh no, that's not that. That's not that. Okay, no, that's not that. Okay, over here, right? Oh, okay. I don't think I don't think this is working on my computer sound at all. Let's see, gain and volume, headphone volume. Hello? See, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, okay, hold up. Okay, I got it. Okay. Hello? See, that says headphone volume, but I don't have on headphones. Oh, the mic gain? Okay. So I was doing it right? Is that better? Okay, you tell me if it gets lower, okay? Is that better? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Let me know if that's better. Because I got it on, that was 4. 3, 4. Okay. 3, 4. Oh my God. Was I that loud, P? Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's 4. Okay, so is that a lot? That's not too loud then, right? Oh my God. I'm gonna go back and listen to see what the sound difference is before you told me to change it. See, Tebe told me to come up. Oh, that's good? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. All right. So next time I go live, I'm gonna go live on like 3 or 4. All right, thank you. The hood table, do you watch Beauty in Black? I haven't Oh no, you said 3, 4. Oh, okay. Hold up, hold up. Okay, it goes to 20. So about right there. Is that good? 3/4 of the way. Is that good? All right. Let me know if that sounds better, P and Tay. Because I don't want to be yelling and screaming in y'all ear. 12 is perfect. Okay. Let me put it on 12. All right. So I got it on 12. All right. If 12 is good, I'll leave it on 12. Because the thing about it is with my old microphone, a lot of times I had issues being heard over people. Like, especially if people were arguing or something, I would try to bring control back to the panel. Nobody could hear me, and people be like, "We can't hear you, hood table. We can't hear you." So that's why started looking for a different mic. Sounds good, no distortion. Awesome, awesome sauce. All right, good, good, good. Okay. So with that being said, Tebe said, "Do I watch?" I haven't checked it out in a while, Tebe. So I will have to check it out. Have you been watching the newest season? I heard it's good, but I'm so far behind. I still got to watch the last season. So I guess maybe this weekend I can binge watch because I was going to work on some t-shirts today. I had made some t-shirts for like our community. I think, did I show y'all? I didn't even show y'all the t-shirts, did I? I don't think I uploaded the video yet. But yeah, I was supposed to be working on some t-shirts, but it's been a long day already and I just spending time at the hospital with my son. I don't feel like doing that. So I think I'm going to sit around here and just chill out, maybe watch a little YouTube, maybe binge watch some TV and just relax. Maybe make me some popcorn, have me a drink because I really don't feel like doing shit. And then maybe tomorrow, because I know Riggs is out of town, so I know we don't have Sunday our Sunday show tomorrow. We're gonna do it like Monday or Tuesday when he get back from out of town. So tomorrow I won't really have nothing either to do. So I'm planning on making like 50 t-shirts tomorrow, in all sizes, for our cities. It's kind of like a rep your city, rep your hood type of t-shirt design. And they really cool. And I have put it out there for people to check them out. And a lot of people really liked it and wanted to order some. So I'm making a big batch of them tomorrow. So I'm gonna be at that heat press and on my Cricut machine and my printer for most of the day tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. It's okay, Tay Bay. I'm gonna have to catch up. I'll probably binge watch that. I got plenty of time this weekend. I can even watch TV while I'm making my t-shirts. So that's what I'll be doing for sure. But other than that, none of my other shows that I normally let me get another sip of water. None of the other shows that I normally review have came back on yet. Hell, I'm still waiting on Power with Kane with Kanan. I'm still waiting on Power with Kanan to come back because I'm waiting for that one to come back and see how it ends. Because after that is when 50 is gonna spin off that new Power series, the one which is like a prequel to Ghost and Tommy and Angela, the prequel from them growing up and meeting each other in the streets and started running together and all that. So I'm looking forward to how his relationship started when he started messing around with Angela, and then start messing around with Tosh, and then I'm so interested in seeing that, from the ground up. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, 50 need to get this stuff rolling. Stay out of Ti and them business, 50. And everybody else, and Tyler Perry and everybody else, and Jay-Z and everybody else, and get back on your damn power. You know what, Tay? I ain't gonna hold you. I got like every doggone app. It's ridiculous. I really should just get my cable back. That's what I really should do because I have so many apps. I might as well just pay for cable. That's like real shit. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's all I got, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my little shoot the shit live while I'm testing out my microphone. And thanks you guys for being patient with me and giving me some tips on the microphone. It really do. It all adds up. It all adds up. But yeah, thanks for giving me some tips. I'm gonna keep on working on this microphone so I can make sure I sound perfect every time I come live. But if you like this microphone, I will have it on my Amazon storefront. I will also do a actual unboxing and review in a separate video, and then I will upload that also and put that on my Amazon. But other than that, please make sure you guys like and share the video. We are on the road to 9K, y'all. So please, 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 please like and share the video. Your girl is on the road to 9K. I do appreciate you guys so, so, so much. And let me take this camera back off here. Let me make myself big. There I go. Okay, so please, please, please like and share the video. If you happen to be new here, please feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Over here on the Hood Table, we discuss everything from the hood to the White House and beyond, and also including the beef sector. Okay, so we discuss a plethora of different topics over here. You never know what we're going to discuss on any given day. But I do appreciate everybody who supports us. Again, make sure you guys be sliding on us for the show with Riggs and I too. Our Sunday show, which is called From the Block to the Hood Table. There's our banner right there that I created about a week or so ago. I created that banner right there. This is for our show From the Block to the Hood Table. This Sunday, well, not this Sunday because Riggs is out of town, but whenever he get back, Monday, Tuesday, whenever we make up for the show, reschedule the show, we'll be over here on my channel. Then we'll be back over there on his channel, next week, and we flip flop every week. So that's the banner that I made for our channel. Not our channel, but for our show together. And then this one right here I made for when VS had showed us that video on IG. That's how I felt, y'all. That's how I felt. I was like, no, 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 no. Child, that was a mess. But again, to Clyde, I know she, said on some shows that she heard that I said I was having nightmares about, what I had saw with her performance. And it was totally, I was just totally joking. I was laughing and kikiing the whole time. I would hope nobody would ever have thought that I was serious. I would have never even thought that. But when I said was having restless nights and couldn't sleep and was tossing and turning in my sleep, it was a joke. It was part of the commentary. Thank you, Tay Bay. You said you really liked this one. Thank you. Oh, you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. You talking about the one with Riggs and I? Hold up. That one right there. Even when I use like my picture and stuff, or when I don't use my picture, it seemed like, I don't know, Chat GPT for some people it make it look just like them, and then for some people it looks similar. And I figured this is close enough, and I played with that shit for like a week straight, and I'm like, this is it. They got him looking more closer to him than they got me, but at least they got me on the right complexion, my hair color. They got Riggs with his beard, his dress, his glasses, his cars, big red slaps, me and my cake decorating and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then it also incorporated, like, because he does music, produce music and stuff too. So it does have like the, what do you call that thing? The equalizer or whatever it's called. That thing on the table right there between us. But yeah, so I thought it looked pretty good. I thought it looked pretty good. He likes it. So, that's what we're gonna use. And every now and then we might switch it up. We still got the old banner, so we can still use the old banner. Charlie's working on music to go with videos for our new video intro. So, we getting it together. We getting it together. But speaking of which, I do gotta hit Charlie up to see how that's coming along. But anyway, I'm about to get my butt out of here. Again, please like and share the video on the way in or the way out if you didn't do it on the way in. Feel free to send a Cash App donation if you like to $ the hood table 402. Thank you to those who have been sending me Cash App donations. I really, really do appreciate it. And also, if you send a super chat to donate to the goals, feel free to do that as well. But other than that, you guys stay safe, be blessed. Remain vigilant at all times and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.